Okay, it won't be long. Just gonna be real quick. Real quick. I was praying, and as I was praying, this came to me. 10:24 at 2:36 p.m. Just got through praying. I was told to ask a question. What did God mean in Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 27, and Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31? I was told to remember about the one up and one down. So when I was hearing this, I was like saying to myself, okay, somebody playing games in the spirit realm. Because I was reading that, and as I was reading that, it was speaking to me. And I know that people be sitting in the spirit realm. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I ain't gonna pay no attention. All of a sudden, I seen what looked like the gold vessel cloaked in darkness. And what I mean that the shape of this vessel was just like the big gold vessel that I be seeing, but it was cloaked in darkness. And it hovered and it came up and then it took off after this was said to me. That's the only reason why I'm getting on here. Because usually when I receive something that's coming from the big gold vessel, the big white vessel when I see them, or even sometimes those dark vessels, it has some relevancy to it. So I want to say that I want to say this in this way. God knows everything, sees everything, and I also know that God ain't the author of confusion. So I was asking as I was reading Jeremiah chapter 7, because I'm being told to read Jeremiah chapter 7. Go from Jeremiah chapter 7, reading that every day, to 1 Samuel chapter 3, read that every day, told to read that to the end of the year. And then each time after I pray, I'm being told to read Ezekiel chapter 33, and I got to read that too. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 7. Being told to read 1 Samuel chapter 5, being told to read Joshua chapter 7, verse 19 to 25, and Malachi chapter 4, verse 6. Being told to read that every day to the end of the year. So both of these, all five of these scriptures I'm being told to read to the end of the year. It's been, excuse me, y'all, my sinus is bothering me bad. Turn on the heat. There's been times when this has happened. I come to find out that it wasn't the enemy that was having me doing it, but it was God, and there was a reason behind it. Okay, if you pay attention to all the times that I told you God had me reading that Ezekiel chapter 33, 34, 35, and then he had me reading Ezekiel 7, 8, 9. Look at the multitudes of messages that came from that. One just that you told me to read 1 Samuel chapter 3 for all those years. Then 1 Samuel chapter 4, 5, and 6. And different messages that come from it that we end up finding out wasn't from the devil, but it was actually God trying to give us warnings about things to come. So if we go to Jeremiah, so not to make this long because I'm going to get off here in a minute. We go to Jeremiah chapter 7, and we just read verse 27. We're going to go one up and one down, but 27 is the main verse. So we're going to start in 26 and go down to 28, but 27 is the middle verse. And we read it, and it says, Yet they hearken not unto me. Yet they hearken not unto me. Who is this God? Okay. He's saying, yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers. Okay. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words. Just the verse 27. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken unto thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. But thou shalt say unto them, this is a nation that obeys not the voice of the Lord their God, nor receives correction. Truth is perished and is cut off from their mouth. Okay, now that's real important too, because where do you find that at, or something that connects to that? You can go to Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, let me leave that alone. Verse 27. So if we pay attention, here it is. And the middle of verse 27 is saying right here, therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken unto thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. So that's the main verse. We went up and went down. Now let's go to Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31. Okay, we go to Ezekiel 33, verse 31, and we go one up and one down. We start at verse 30, and we start at verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the house, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from the Lord. And hear one to another. Okay, and one to his brother. Okay, read 30 again. Forgive me. Also, thy son of man, the children of the people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the house, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. So there is mockery here. Now, verse 31, this is the Lord speaking. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their hearts goeth after covenants. Verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, or one that has a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear their words, but they will not do them. Now, do you hear any similarities in here when you take and you read verse 27 of Jeremiah chapter 7? Do you hear any similarities in those two verses? 27, let me read 27. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken unto thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. Now, did you hear that? It's 27. Now, let's go to 31. 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their hearts go out of covenants. Now, they hear their words, they come to hear, but they will not do them. Now, 27. Therefore shalt thou speak all these words unto them. Okay, they hear the word, but they will not hearken unto you. They hear the word. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. Okay, so they hear both the verses. They hear, and you know, they hear what the Lord is saying. You know, and they know that it's the Lord that's speaking to them. But their heart is after something else, because in verse 31, Ezekiel say their heart goes after covenants. Verse 27 making it clear right here, but they will not hearken unto thee. So in order for them to be able to hearken, they got to have a heart for what God is saying. So what I'm getting from this is God making it clear that the people that God is speaking to, hearts are heart. They're going after all these other things other than what God is saying, you know. And God don't mind us having these other things. See, for years I was caught up in it, you know, where you serving God and you doing this, that, you know, you can't have this or you can't do that. God never said that you couldn't have these things in the world. He put them here so we could have them. He said not to idolize him, not to take and worship him, not to make gods out of him. That's where we had to be careful. That includes me. Because like I said, sometimes I watch TV. I do a whole weekend of just watching movies sometimes. One night out of the week, that's what I'm trying to cut it down to now and then. During the week, I watch my news, or might watch, Gold Rush or something like that. I watch some programs like that. And Alaska, the last Alaskans. I like watching stuff like that. And I go to sleep, but mostly in the day I try to either study, pray, or take and do something when I can. When my back and stuff ain't really bothering me real bad. But a lot of us, it's just like, I'm not mad at the people want to go down there and have a good time at the Tiger game. But if you listen to some of the comments that's being made there, and you see how emotional people are getting about that, do you find that same kind of emotion and that same kind of excitement when it comes to God? I mean, in a big way where it's being broadcast all over everywhere. No, you don't. So we take sometimes and we elevate things that God has given us to take and enjoy and have fun, and we turn these things into idols. We go to worshiping these things and all the rest of that. So anyway, God is making it clear that He's warning us in a big, 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 big way. Now, if we pay attention to this, 27 breaks down to 9. 31 breaks down to 4. Okay? 9 and 4 is 13. Here we go with this number 13 again. Okay? It's 13. 13 breaks down to 4. Okay, I've been telling y'all about the next 4 years. Okay? How the last 4 shows up in these next 4 years. The last 4 shows up next year in 5786. Okay? The 69 shows up. The last 4 shows up. Right now we're in the middle 4. We're in the middle 3. Okay, both of them. The last 4 to the 333 last 3 to the 333 shows up. And the last 4 to the 444 shows up. Okay? At the same time, the 7 shows up in it. Okay? Not just that the 3 and 4 makes a 7, because it do. Okay? But a 7 actually shows up in there and what God revealed to me. I put it to you this, how many 7s in the 21? There's 3. And see, I wouldn't have never got this if He wouldn't have revealed to me what He revealed to me about the 21. Okay? Anyway, and the 69 shows up in there. I keep on telling y'all over and over and over about this, and there's a reason for it. Okay? So what we need to do is start, spend that time, because he keeps on warning me about it too, about spending more time with him. He let me know, I believe He let me know He don't mind me having these worldly things. He know that I need them. He know that I need to be getting prepared for certain things. He know that y'all need them. He know that y'all need to be getting prepared for something else. So don't get caught up in, He don't want you to have certain things, because He wants you to be prepared. He wants you to have. But in order for us to be able to do it, we have to listen. Like I said, we're going to make this long, but just go and read those verses. I would really read both of those chapters. The whole chapters. Because if you go up one more verse in this, and you go 2 more verses in this. Matter of fact, if you go to verse 23 in chapter 7, you pay attention. Watch what God said. But this thing I commanded them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people. And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well with you. Now, I was going to go and read 24 and 25, but pay attention to verse 23. Verse 23 breaks down to 5. We've been talking about that 5. And you go with that chapter 7, and 23 breaks it down to 5. That's 75. Abraham was 75 years old when God called him. Abram, rather. Okay, now pay attention to this. Now, what is one of the commandments that God gives you with a promise? Let's go to Exodus. Now, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm getting ready to leave right at this. I ain't gonna go no farther with it because I wasn't told. I hope I don't get in no trouble, Lord, but it's just speaking to me right now. If we go to Exodus chapter 20, verse 12, and you read this, it said, honor thy father and thy mother, that the days may be long upon the land which the Lord giveth thee. Now let's go to the verse 23. Now what's he say? But this thing commanded I, them. Speaking about God. And when we get here, that's 5. It's 5 words. But this thing commanded I. 5. I'm the one to give grace. I'm the one to give peace. I'm the one that is true. Okay? Them. Okay, man that I created on the 6th day. This them is the 6th. Speaking about them, us. Saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God. Honor, unclog your ears. Honor my voice, and ye shall be my people. Now watch this. And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well with you. Honor my voice, and all these things will be well with you. Okay? Verse 12 in Exodus 20. Honor thy father and thy mother, that their days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Basically saying the same thing. God is our Father. So we honor him by hearkening on to his voice, the promise that he gave us to, if we honor our mother and father, that same promise come along with when we honor his voice. It says, again, verse 23, and I'm going to end this because there's a whole lot of meat in here, especially with the numbers and letters. I go back to other things. Now watch this. But this thing I commanded them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God. And I will be your God. And ye shall be my people, my family. My people, my family. And walk ye in all the ways that I command you, that it may be well with you. When we have children, what we do, we try to guide our children, so things will be well with them. I'm gonna end with that. Like I said, is a whole lot of meat in here. I mean, this takes you all the way back to Genesis chapter 3 and everything with 11. I mean, it's powerful. Anyway, I was told to get that message. I gave it. I'm gone. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Okay.